First and foremost, we give all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash.
Divine honors to the apostles of GMS or Ruel. Shalom to the faithful man, always continually doing the work of the Lord. Lord willing, GMS Clemens Sahara once again, little Friday sit down. And, we're just going to flow, be in that flow state, in the spirit, various topics. And Lord willing, can somebody look up recent news? A couple things been going on, of course, the tariffs. Trump, he doing his shit. He backed off a little bit. I think he gonna back off for like 90 days or something like that. China, they doubled down. I even seen fucking, it was somewhere in Africa. They put tariffs on America. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, the reason why is because China kind of owns America. Africa. Mm-hmm. Like I said, they setting up shop down there, bro. They putting money in Africa.
Right.
So guess what? China owns Africa, and you ain't going. What the fuck you gonna do with Africa? I own Africa. Right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Them damn heathens over there, man. Mm-hmm. So Trump, just as Dolph, what you just said. Trump backing off a little bit because he can't show his power too much because prophecy got to happen, it got to kind of maintain itself. And Trump backing off through the spirit,
right?
Because he can't continue to go 150 miles an hour. He gonna kill himself,
Right, calm. But should we start with that Proverbs and then whatever y'all got in the news? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I will say through the spirit, just going in the current news, all the protests that's been going on against DJ Trump and Elon. A lot of people are protesting, cost of living, what's going on in society, how the, economic system is collapsing. That's another thing going on, which, that to be prophecy as well concerning, what's the second Esdras 15, was it 16, sedition among men? So that's something else big that's happening. All right, so we're getting to a point of time in prophecy where it's undeniable, who has the truth. All right, it's going to come a point of time where the prophecies is going to be, hey, then shall they know a prophet have been among them. We've been speaking about these things for years, our apostles, decades, man. So it's going to be come a point of time where it's going to be undeniable, man, that, these scriptures are true,
You got no choice but to deal with it, man. I did see this. It says Trump has 90 days to do 150 trade deals. Damn, man, his hand gonna be fucking hurting, man.
Right. Yeah.
Remember when we was getting busy down in January? He was getting busy, man. He was signing all types of documents and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, the Lord kind of put a stop on Esau, man. It says Trump has 90 days to do 150 trade deals. Financial markets aren't buying it. It says U.S. consumer sentiment plummets to second lowest level on records going back to 1952. Cheap things from China are poised to get pricey. Secondhand retailers are ready to take advantage. Another inflation report underlines the strength of the U.S. economy before Trump's tariff chaos. This key American business, I'm just reading, this key American business sector has a massive trade surplus with the rest of the world. Its jobs are at risk in a trade war. Shit, bro. That's pretty much it, man.
I heard it was shit. Can we get that? What's that? We'll get that Proverbs first, but what's that? The merchants.
Yeah.
I forgot. I think it's that.
Yeah, Revelation 18.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
I see what
you're saying. Well, that's down the line once America completely destroyed. But we're seeing glimpses of the USA's destruction. Them falling slowly but surely.
I think it's one in Zechariah too. The merchant shall howl or something like that. But
I think the first chapter, maybe. But real quick, Proverbs 23:17. Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of Yahweh all the day long.
Right. We shouldn't envy the sinners. And because like the scriptures say, the wicked prosper. Esau, he's doing his thing. Niggas doing their thing. Bitches being adulterous whores. And kids being little bastards, being disobedient. Everybody's just running rampant. You know what I'm saying? But don't be envy of that because why? Because the conclusion of this whole thing is everything is coming to an end. You see the economy is trash, the fucking people unrest and so on and so forth, man.
Oh.
It's just point. Everything's pointing to the end. But see something?
Yeah. Hey, even brothers, man. Brothers are tired, man. You know, brothers over here brothers is fucking tired. Brothers ready to give up the spirit, so to speak. So if the prophets are tired, what makes you think that America ain't about to get fucking destroyed, man? Because the Lord is putting Jake in overdrive, and it's cool. We cool with it. You know, I got that Zephaniah 1:11. Zephaniah 1 verse 11. It says, "How ye inhabitants of Mektash, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off."
Right, you see them pictures and shit where the what's that shit called? Damn, escaping me. The Wall Street. They all tweaking. Oh, what the fuck?
Bug the fuck out.
You know the fucking the
stocks.
the
Stock
stocks.
market.
Yeah, stocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit crashing and shit, bugging out. Tweak. That shit gonna be, man. Imagine when that shit really goes down, bro. These things gonna be tweaking, wailing, weeping, and
Jumping
wailing
out of buildings and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna. Hey, Esau. Hey, he a hard working man. You know, well, cause you know you got them weak ass Edomites, but like, there's some Edomites that put a lot of work. A lot of that money is obviously came from slavery and shit.
Yeah, the stock market came.
Right.
The stock market came from slavery.
Yeah, con.
It was
Yep.
niggas getting sold, man.
Yep.
And then it turned into the Federal Reserve note, man.
Yep.
You know?
Bro, so imagine how it's gonna feel for these goddamn Edomites. How they put so much work into America, going around country to country, blowing shit up. First and foremost, putting the Israelites in a deep sleep, spending millions of dollars. Remember the apostle said that the so-called, who's came to the camp and said, "How do you figure this out? We spend literally millions of dollars, trillions to keep you blind." Esau is losing all of it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's slipping through his finger. You know, his fingers. And can somebody get that on hold too? Would you finish with that?
I got a little more.
Con, when you done with that, can you get it's in Psalm 70, where 1, I think, where it says the Lord has put him in slippery places. I think, but it's like you got that though. You can finish.
Yeah, but Zephaniah 1:12. "And it shall come to pass at the time that I will search Jerusalem with candles and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, that say in their heart, the Lord Yahweh will not do good, neither will he do evil."
Right, yo, set it on the knees, man. People are calm, cool. All this shit, all these prophecies is coming to pass, and you got Israelite camps chilling and talking about whatever the fuck, whatever that video we was just watching,
Yeah,
whatever the hell he was talking about, But we should be talking about prophecy, and exhortation, things like that,
That's right. Verse 13. This says, therefore their goods shall become a booty, a spoil, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses. They also shall build houses, but not inhabit them. See, see?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, Esau, and it's talking about all you people, man. They gonna build up houses, and they got Delaware up there getting busy, Dublin, Ohio, everything's all beautiful. Y'all building shit up for what? For it to be destroyed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It says the men. Also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards, but not drink the wine thereof.
Hey, what the scripture said, what's that? You don't gotta get it right now, at least. At 2nd Ezra 2, it's like 2nd Ezra 6 and 22. It says that the vineyard shall be empty, the crops gonna be empty. Man, the Lord is really about to fuck this place up, man. And everybody just gonna be through. Like they came out with that new term. It's not depression no more. It's a lamentation. I forgot how they said, like lamenting.
Lamenting.
Yeah, God. God, and that's the talk of the scriptures. The scriptures say you're gonna lament and weep and wail. So the scriptures are speaking loud as fuck right now, man. They can't stop talking right now. Like a talkative person, they just keep yapping. That's how the scriptures are right now. Is what the scripture says, Habakkuk 2, the end it shall speak and not lie. Everything is confirming the scriptures to be true and not to be a lie. You see? And how do we know that? Chiefly by the prophecies. You see? But
and that's why Jake ain't getting confounded through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. But yeah, there's a few more precepts on this joint. Yeah, it's crazy. Verse 14 of Zephaniah 1. "The great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near." So that's twice. "And hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord Yahweh, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly."
real quick, he said it's near. And we know the scripture where it said the Lord is going to make the time short. This is to the point where scientists is literally coming out and say the earth is spinning faster now. Time is moving faster than it has ever been. You know what I'm saying? And like I always say, where else can you find that written? You can't find that written in the book of the
Quran.
Fucking, yeah, the Quran, all that other bullshit, the fucking whack ass, the Book of the Dead, that you niggas think you Egyptians and shit. You can only find that in the scriptures, man. Like I said, like the scriptures say, it shall speak and not lie, you know? But you got it.
Columbus when I lived there. Hey, shalom, brother. Hey, man. Hey, through the spirit, brother. Shalom. Y'all brother.
Yeah, it was a comment. He said, I wish I was there. Wish I knew you brothers before. Yeah, I guess he knew it was something. Verse 15. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
Right, because man, it's just gonna be everything going on all at once. We just started with the economy, you know, the trade wars and all this shit. You got
Tariffs.
right, tariffs and you know, inflation. You got World War III. You got fucking what they call hurricanes and wild beasts. Esau making so-called reviving extinct animals. What was that? The dire wolf or whatever. You know. So it's gonna be all this chaos and doom and gloominess, cruel. You know. That's the day of the Lord right there. You know. But you got it.
Verse 16, a day of the trumpet, and I gotta finish it out. A day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. And I will bring distress upon men. Because like I said, you read Isaiah, 47, about how Esau has never been touched. But that it's twofold, you know? All right? Because a fenced city is something that's defended well. America's defended well. You know, come on, man. You can't get Esau is still getting busy here, bro. Don't. You know what I mean? Esau's getting busy, man. All right.
Yeah, that's something I remember. I was watching some type of video. They said like America is really like in a perfect place because like Canada, Mexico, they can't do shit to America.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, but over there, everything is kind of close. But over here, it's like they got a little, you know, they got a little space and shit. You see what I'm saying? Because then they got the, I forgot the one term. It's like the buffer state. You know what I'm saying? That's why, that's why Russia is taking Ukraine and shit. Because you know, because if they try to take Ukraine, then they're gonna be close to Russia. That's why you gotta have a buffer state. You gotta have like a state in between you and your enemy, so you can, you know. It won't be so much. It won't be at your fucking border.
Well, that's
and nobody's at America's border pretty much. Besides Canada, weak ass nation.
Yeah. Canada's a bitch ass nation.
Okay.
Real talk. Those will eat them. Punk ass nation. They don't have a good defense city. Because if you go further north, where's that at?
Right.
That's Russia. You go further south, Southern America. Southern America ain't got no money to fight America. America isn't a perfect. That's why Yahweh Shema Shah set this place up, man.
The virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, virgin daughter of Babylon, man.
Yeah.
You got the far west is the Pacific, the far east the Atlantic Ocean. North you got some punk ass Canada, which America owns that.
Yeah.
Southern America, which Jake ain't got no shit to go. You know, they got just drugs, peddling up drugs, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
This place is a defense city, man.
And now it's beautiful because prophecies is rolling now. Cause what the scriptures say, the weak shall say I'm strong. Now you got Russia talking about they dealing with Venezuela, Iran. They said they dealing with Venezuela. I believe, if I'm not mistaken,
BRICS.
Yeah, that.
Pretty much the BRICS nations.
Yeah, but I
Brazil,
think,
Russia, India, China.
Yeah, I think South Africa. And shit.
Yeah.
And I think they were saying they're gonna pretty much put missiles in Venezuela or Cuba or some shit.
Yeah.
They pretty much in that backyard type shit. So now the Lord is starting. And on top of that, then Russia got submarines where they can put nuclear missiles in there, and they said that can get close. Because first, their missiles from actual Russia, it takes 30 minutes to get here. But if they got submarines and they can get closer, that can be undetected. Now the missiles can get here even a lot quicker. So the Lord is just weakening this shit day by day, you know?
Satan 2 missiles.
Oh, yeah.
They stay in the Earth's
Hypersonics.
atmosphere. They can reach in 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget about that.
Can't forget about those.
So yeah, Elder Bro said, man, yeah, it's this place ain't gonna be a virgin too much longer,
Mm-hmm.
which is all prophetic, you know.
Mhm.
This place is gonna get penetrated,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mhm.
The Lord is exposing Esau, even and making him weak,
Yep.
which is beautiful.
Yep.
We're literally seeing the downfall of our enemy, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You got Jake, who was on I believe the Elder Yahshalom was coming board talking about y'all just want the world to end so bad. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we want the world to end so bad.
Nigga, what the word? What does that word mean, nigga? If you read John 3:16,
Yeah.
it's probably a Christian that said some bullshit like that.
Mm-hmm.
We want this age to end because that's
Mhm.
gonna bring forth the new age.
Yeah.
The age
Excuse
where
me,
Yahweh
yeah.
Shai
Thinking
reigns.
about something else.
Righteousness, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. It's necessary. This place got to go. You know, there's little babies here, there's little cute little puppy babe. Who gives a fuck, man? They need to be nuked. You know? And the only one that's gonna be saved is the 1/3 of Israel, you know, and the elites that might be here. But this place needs to be destroyed. That's why it says in that Psalms that the throne of righteousness cannot reign with the throne of wickedness. So the kingdom of heaven ain't gonna be over here in Israel, and you're gonna have America still here selling Newports and shit. You know what I mean? Cracking. Like, no.
Camels.
Yeah.
Yeah, some Lucy.
Bro,
Some
the kid-
squares,
shit,
man.
Yeah, smack. Bro, there's literally, I remember as a kid, bro, there's little candies and shit. They might still have it. They're little Black and Miles and shit.
Yeah.
Little cigarette candies.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's my age,
I used to be
bro.
over there think I was smoking this
Yeah.
shit, bro. That shit
I
is bugged out.
Bugged out. I used to pick up.
Yeah, until it gets soggy, then you
Yeah,
get
Yeah. Jake was bugged out. Jake used to pick up fucking when somebody threw a cigarette butt on the ground. I used to pick it up, it was still
Bro.
lit, and kind of like, what the fuck was Jake doing? Jake
did the
is.
same shit. I ain't gonna lie.
I used to like the smell of the cigarettes.
Yeah.
Jake is bugged the fuck out, and that's all through the spirit, man.
Right. So
You know what I mean?
you think that gonna be in the kingdom? Man?
Come on, B.
Hell nah.
You think you gonna have a nigga selling bean pies with a fucking bow tie and a smooth face in the kingdom, man? You know? Hey, we not even gonna be on the streets in the kingdom, bro. The prophets. Yahweh Shemashai willing we be those men. I got these last two verses though. It says, Zephaniah 1:17, I will bring distress upon men that they shall walk like blind men because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to, that's James, shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
Ooh, can we look at that word riddance?
Of course.
Because when they say in the world, good riddance. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that's perfect what you just said. We want this world to end so bad. Hell yeah, good riddance, man.
That's fire, man.
You know, fucking die, man. You know, if you wicked, you know, if you righteous, you know, I pray the Lord deliver you. But we got that
We
word.
got the word riddance real quick. Yeah. It's out of Oxford Languages. The action of getting rid of a troublesome or unwanted person or thing.
God,
Good
man.
Lord.
Fuck. Damn, bro. Hey, it's not. Look at Esau. Just look at that nation right there. This man. I just watched a video earlier on Instagram. It was like, you ain't a race. You a disease. You a virus. And everything you touch, you destroy. You steal everybody's culture. You make it all stale and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just a demon, man. You just Satan. That's all you is. You need to be good riddance. You need to be destroyed. And the rest, Moab, you ain't innocent either. You eating unclean animals, eating animals alive and shit, eating creatures from the sea. You know, smog cities, Ham. I mean, I don't even need to say anything about it. You already know about him. I don't need to say nothing about that. And the Lord ain't forgot about Egypt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Lord already punished you for that, but the Lord gonna fuck you up even more. You know what I'm saying? Cause that was one of the most major captivities that we was in, man.
Yeah.
And those damn Hamites, they know, bro. I'm telling you, I seen it myself, man. They making posts and shit in their little language and shit. You know, and they hate niggas, man. They
hate-
know, you know.
Oh, I'm just ad-libbing.
Oh, yeah, come.
I'm ad-libbing. I think we ad-libbing a little
Come.
bit.
You know, and they just know that we ain't the same people, man.
Yeah, hey, shout out to the IUIC. I'm talking shit.
Okay.
But I was in Djibouti, Africa. They hate. Yeah, I was in Africa, so I actually know You know, those some niggas, those some fucking Hamites, bro. They hate us, bro. And I'm all being all respectful, giving out, because I be feeling sorry and shit, man. You know, giving out care packages, because they ain't got no money down there. You know, China's setting up shop right across the street from us, bro. Camp Lemonnier, it's a Navy post. But right across the street, China is setting up shop. Bro, you think, hey, you so-called, you damn Moabites, you Ammon, y'all not setting up nothing, man. Y'all through. They're trying to set up shop and be a competition. Nigga, you dumb gooks, man. Y'all don't do nothing but make sandwiches and sell fucking Gatorades, man, and blunts to niggas, man. All right? You know, and make some damn Kung Pao chicken, man. Real talk, bro. Because I honestly, when I was at work, I'm like, man, I'm just going to go to a gas station, grab a drink. Guess who's owning the shop, man? Elamite, man. A Moabite. It's always a heathen. Them niggas don't know shit, man. You know? That's why it's against Jacob. The steak and potatoes is Jacob and Esau, man. Not a Jacob versus Moab or Ammon, man. You know?
It's a lot. Look at Elam, just real quick. You see how stupid they look with the little head knob? Why they always shaking their head for it? You know what I'm saying? It just looks stupid, man. But like, it's just. But it makes sense though, because some, you know, the Lord, He got variety. You know, you got the Israelites, they the best. They you know, they more of the salt. You got Esau, he the weirdo he just a demon. And you got the other nations, they just do weird, stupid shit. And they just need us. They need our guidance, you know?
And they do, because I remember this Hamite, this Hamite I went to middle school with. I'm telling you, man, this dude used to do this weird ass shit, bro. Like, he'd do this, like,
What the fuck?
like some weird, just on some random ass. I was like, what the fuck is this dude? He's like Somali or some shit.
Oh, God.
But yeah, these just fucking weirdos, man. But I got a quick precept real quick just to show you how insignificant Moab is and how insignificant he will be in the kingdom.
That's right.
Psalms 108 and 9, it says, Moab is my wash pot. Over Edom will I cast out my shoe. Over Philistia will I triumph. Who will bring me into the strong city? So like, who will bring me me into the strong city?
Real quick, you know, cast your shoe. Hey, I know in the Middle East, that's a sign like this. You throw your shoe at somebody.
Yeah,
You know, even it's a law, like in the book of Ruth, it shows you that if a man don't take up, I forgot exactly how it went. If a man don't take the people must redeem.
You got to take the shoe.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So he always, I'm gonna cast my shoe. Man, that's cold, man. These damn nations are just nothing. It's just insignificant, man. You know? But Salak, I know you.
Yeah, just plain. Moab, you don't got next. The prophecy states that Jacob has next. Because we understand, according to the fourth beast, which was ultimately Rome, that a little horn was going to stem out of that beast. All right? Which ultimately is America, Babylon the Great. And who would that kingdom or that empire be ran by? The Edomites. And then when you go into 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, it says what? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we understand that the last kingdom prior to the end, to the very end, will be the Edomites in power. Then the one after that who will reign after Esau, Edom, will be Jacob, the Israelites, beginning with Yahweh Shai. All right, underneath the throne of David. You see? So you Moabites don't have next. You can go ahead and build your artificial suns and continue to eat squid all you want, and you better enjoy it. Calamari and, you know, tentacles. You fucking heathens. You better enjoy it while you can, because, you know, once we get back in power, you're gonna remember, you know, ancient Dawada, you know, that throne. We was whooping y'all asses, man. You know, you Ammonites too. Hibachi, you see?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, cause they know, man. That's why they got that extreme hatred.
Yeah.
They know, man. Ham know. Philistine, they got the records too. They got history just like we got history. That's why they hate us, man. They know who we go back to. It was well, I will say in one of the old videos, which was a cool video to witness. It was IUIC. I don't know where they were, but a Hamite, a real Hamite came up to him. He was like, "We not the same people." He was all jolly about it. He's like, "Your scowl and my scowl is different." He's like, we got the same skin color, but we're not the same
Yeah,
people.
we got different skull,
Yeah.
different skull layout too.
Right. So he was like, he was like, our people sold you, like, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much said it like, we don't like you. He was cool, a cool dude. He was just cheesing about it. And he was like, but he just let it be known like we're not the same people. Just because you got dark skin, don't mean we are the same people. And real quick, if I can, I gotta bring this out. And bring this out in a minute.
Oh yeah, I already know where you're going with that, man.
It's a classic.
Yeah, that's a classic. That's a throwback right there. Yeah, that's a throw. See, Jake knew through the spirit. That was a classic, bro.
Yeah, real quick.
That's a classic.
Go into the Combat Bible Dictionary for the word ham. It reads, since the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of the 8 persons to live through the flood, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes. Why is that written, man? So who are the Negroes according to the Combat Bible? Who are the Negroes according to the Bible? They tell you who the dark nations come from, the so-called Africans. But it's another dark race who mirrors them in a sense of appearance in some aspects. So who are they?
Yeah.
They are the Israelites. You see?
Nigga.
One more time. It says he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
Dang.
His indice was so like when his father lay drunken, brought a curse upon Canaan, which we know where that's at Genesis. Is it 6 or 7 chapter, or I think like the 9th chapter, or on down when he got cursed by his father. You see, but we understand that we're not descendants of Ham because we got black skin. We are Shemites, Shemitic people. All right, we come from the line of Shem. All right. Plain and simple, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, can somebody get that? Ooh, wow, I didn't hear that.
So
in a
the
long
difference
time.
between
Yeah,
That was a throwback.
Damn, I didn't hear that.
That's a throwback right there, man. His brother put that shit out like a 45 in a gunfight, man. That shit was crazy, you know what I mean? See, but Jake knew where we were going with it though, man. I do have a precept. Oh no, you good.
Exodus 11:7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that Yahweh doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
The difference, bro. Hey, oh my God, cause you gotta look at niggas. Niggas think Judah mainly. They think they're Egyptian. Benjamin think they fucking Egyptian, Ethiopian. It's bugged out, but
Bugged the fuck out.
Come. But
no, yeah.
Right.
They think they Elam too. Well, the dreads go back to Elam.
Yeah.
So them high smoking niggas, Bunyamia, man, they think they fucking Elamites, man.
Yeah.
Elamites? Bro, I would put a foot up an Elamite's ass,
Right,
man.
Shiva Jadis, that's where all that shit comes from.
Yeah.
The 8-armed goddess,
You
Shiva.
look all
And
high
they call
shit.
dreads, the dreads are the Jadis.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, Shiva Jadis, that's where dreadlocks come from.
Wow.
That's where they get all that shit from.
Right.
That's the Elamite god that they're following, man.
Right.
Itar and all that, eating nothing but, they be vegan and all. Nah, man, all that shit's bogus, man. That just goes to show you, man, even within the tribes, we all like got our own things
Bugged out
that
shit.
Bugged out goddess that we eventually want to follow. Jake, the southern tribes mainly got Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got Benji, Shiva Jadis, and all this weird Rastafari shit, which they zealous too. But they all got this zeal towards the scriptures, but it's off. The doctrine is completely bugged out. Jeremiah 17:4. We shall discontinue from our heritage, which was all prophecy.
Come.
We had 30. We had 30.
Alright, come. And you got a precept?
Yeah, it's talking about Moab. And
I got a precept after you.
yeah, this second Ezra 15.
Wait, Salaki, cause you said Moab. Since you talk about Ham, let me just read this real quick.
Yeah, of course. I was holding that on that too.
Joel 3, and let me start at 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which is the southern and northern tribe, I will also, the Lord going, because we in captivity to this day right now, but the Lord's going to turn that back, and we're going to be free again, and when we free, we gonna have servants because it's always gonna be a balance. When one nation is free, another nation is gonna be under captivity. It's always like that, always throughout history, you know. But just like Esau, he's free right now, and who's his slaves? Really, the whole world, but chiefly us, you know. But then the Lord's gonna trade places, you know.
Flip the script.
Yep. It says, I will gather all nations and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them for their I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. So you gotta really see, man, World War III and all these different things, all this is really for our sake. What the scripture says, Psalms, he said, I destroyed kings for your sake. You know, the Lord's about to judge these nations for us, man, because he's jealous for us. You know, Ham, Moab, all these motherfuckers, man. You know, the Lord ain't forget none of that. You know, we have videos of Amalek, the so-called, you know who's. It was this nigga woman, she was on a bus over there in Israel. This nigga Amalek, he came over there, put his finger in his mouth, throwing up on her, man.
Oh, what?
You know, and she just sitting there like what the fuck?
What the fuck?
I would've went to, I ain't gonna
That's
say
wild, B.
Bro.
Man, what?
You know, and even so-called Christians go over there, they fuck you, go back to your, you know, even white Christians, bro, them so-called, you know, who's are fucking, man, they,
Disgusting, man.
man, nasty. But it says, you know, I will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. You know, like you said, like the Hamites, they sold us to Esau, and then Esau, he spread us every fucking goddamn word. Even Gadites, because they, first of all, the northern tribe, they was in slave ships before the southern tribe. 100 years before, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 100 years before. So altogether, it's like 500 years of captivity and Esau doing his thing. But they, Christopher Columbus put Gadites on slave ships and brought them back to the queen. You know what I'm saying? You see? But, and even in that movie, Good Bye Uncle Tom, they showed you, they had Judah in the slave ships and they had little Gadite sitting there like just.
Yeah, elder woman
Yep.
who was there with him.
Yep.
She had the long white hair,
Yep.
pigtails.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I see why they put Gad in a little cut because they said in the movie they was like, you know, Judah pretty much they're like dogs. You spank the dog and it comes back licking you.
They're loyal.
Yep. But
That's what it means.
Yep. And they said Gad is like a wolf. You hit them, they're gonna bite you back. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense they put Judah in the forefront as a fucking, you know, dancing monkey, but they put Gad in like in a cut. Cause Gad is like a wolf. He ain't gonna.
He ain't backing down, B.
Yeah, Con. You know, there's some docile, you know,
Yeah,
Gad, but
of course.
Gad, he gonna be like, nah, you stole my land, nigga. You know. But anyways,
But real talk though, man, Jake be in the Northern Tribe stuff, man. I mean, of course, Jake getting into that history. Reuben was so-called, of course, we were tamed, man. The Reubenite brothers, you know, we know the history. We weren't tamed, man. They couldn't fuck with us. Andrew Jackson couldn't get busy with us. They had to call the dogs off, man. But they pushed our dumbasses back down the south, southern Florida. You know, the south, so to speak. And they put Gad towards the Midwest, Kansas, Wisconsin, Ohio. Of course, Ohio is a hub for niggas getting pushed out, bro. Northern tribes, you know. So what the bro was talking about, man. You know, once Gad wakes the fuck up, you know, in Genesis, Judah, you know, southern tribe, of course. Our head tribe, our oldest brother, gotta wake the fuck up, man. But that's through prophecy, man. You know, big docile dumb niggas, man. All right, because Jake ready to. Jake's like a double dutch, man. Jake ready to fucking get busy, man. You Jake's gotta wake the fuck up, man. All right, and you gotta stop being so fucking stupid, man.
And you see it happening. That's why that YN spirit is out here now. Ultimately, because, you know, the Lord got it to where you got these YNs who on trash.
Right.
You know,
Right.
these young Judite, Benjamite niggas, you know,
Right.
all crazy and wild. That's all through the spirit.
Hellcats and shit.
He got them southern tribes on some, man.
Yeah.
We not taking this shit. So it makes sense why the Lord had, you know, Jake and his, you know, all, you know, quirky, you know, you're Judite, you're all weird and bogus. You know what I'm saying? You know, worried about, some bread and some pudding. That's all they want.
Yeah, that's true.
Some,
Yeah.
Some molasses and, sugar cane and, a little box.
Yeah. Straight
You know
up.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yep.
You see it. But now, like, the spirit shift. You got this YN spirit out, which ultimately he
Crash
that
out spirit.
That crash out spirit for 2/3, because when Esau come with that goofy shit this time around, ain't gonna be none of that.
Yeah, they got.
have Jake,
yeah.
they got switchies and they gonna handle business and they don't give a fuck about Esau.
They really don't.
So it makes sense, man. You see, the spirit shifting, and how it's ultimately gearing the prophecy. 2/3 got a role to play.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
shit.
I don't want to be out there
Yeah.
when them niggas start
They
crashing
gonna
out.
clear the path for us.
Yeah, yeah, real
We're
talk.
gonna be cooler.
I'm gonna be cooling. Jake gonna be in the crib
I mean,
sipping young, man.
Yeah.
Jay gotta, defend himself, of course. We gonna be able to move to it. Shit ain't gonna be breezy for us, but we ain't gonna be out there trying to be the front line of protest, rain last
Right,
nigga,
yeah.
break dancing.
Right.
Niggas, you know Jake seen that video.
Yeah.
Niggas break dance in front of the cops and hit his ass with them niggas.
Yeah. Bitch
Shit so
twerking and
stupid,
shit. Yeah.
We ain't doing none of that shit. You got
Right.
2/3 to do that stupid
Right.
shit.
Right. And shit. Yeah.
Going breaking Foot Locker and shit. You got
Yeah.
2/3 to do. You
Right.
breaking Family Dollar and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch stealing tampons
Right.
and random ass tissue, toilet paper and shit.
Still Jordan and shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, kicking in. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
that's the
makes
YN
sense,
2/3. Damn, you're right, bro. It does make sense because somebody has to get Esau back in that archaic spirit,
Mm-hmm.
the spirit of a pure fucking hatred to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and we need that spirit.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
because man, we gonna get busy with that spirit too.
Yeah.
Cause we ain't no fucking punks, man. Like I said, we're the Israelites, bro. We know you hate us, we hate you. We hate you double, man. All right, Yahweh Shai hates you. Yahweh Shai hates you, man. What the fuck you got going on, man? The prophets got busy with you fucking crackers, you 2/3 niggas. And I ain't gonna leave you monkey niggas out, man. So we got busy, man. All right, we got busy. We got put to death, man. All just preaching the word, man. So guess what, man? Yahweh Shai coming back, man. He's gonna put foot up asses, man. All right, and he's gonna do it for Lord's will, our sakes, if we're the men of the Lord, man. Because we ain't got a shot in hell right now. All right.
You got some more on that?
Yeah, come. This is verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And like I said again, it's not just Judah. You had Gad too. I remember I read a book. I got a picture of it somewhere, but they said they were selling a little Gadite little girl. She was like a little 13-year-old girl for some rum. You know what I'm saying? So they went through the same shit.
Crazy.
But, Con, this is the main point right here. Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? While will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return the recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver and my gold, which is the Israelites, all right, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold into the Grecians, like the brother said. The damn Hamites sold us into the so-called white man, and even he knows that, because they always try to say that, because like a lot of people try to justify slavery. They was like, well, your own people sold you to slavery. That wasn't us. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't our own people.
And we did it too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, in some cases.
Yeah, Reubenites.
But,
Yeah, the Reubenites. When we was fleeing from Salaki, I'm sorry, I'll cut you off.
But that's a part of the curses. Y'all
God.
should be evil towards
Yep.
your brother.
Yeah, we had Jake when Jake was in fleeing to the south. We introduced him to the so-called south, man. They went to the Atlantic, to the east, man. We introduced them, the Reubenites, the Gadites, what have you, northern tribes. We introduced Jake, man, to the land, so to speak. All right, and we sold them too. All right, we started fucking them up, and they were our slaves, man. And we were it's vice versa, so to speak, man. That's like the brother said, Deuteronomy 28th chapter, it was full in effect, man. Yahweh Bashim Shai knew what he was doing, man, and he got busy, and because we had Judite slaves, man, southern tribe slaves. They tried to escape Esau, and they came to the hands of the Reubenites, man.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fucked up. You know what I mean? But it was the curses.
Hey, so in Africa, was them Jakes too? The selling Jakes?
I mean, it was going both ways.
It was both ways because
Right.
you got Uncle Tom niggas.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
always a nigga in the military. Let's say military niggas, man.
Right.
The federal government niggas,
Right.
man.
Right.
The ones that sold out, that snitched and shit. Harriet Tubman, that bitch.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Evil
This
bitch,
is
yeah.
easy, bro.
Yeah, shit. The original tribes, you know, they sold Joseph into slavery
Exactly.
to the Egyptians.
There
But,
it is.
you know, you had to have Hamites identify who the Hebrews were because we blended in with them.
Yeah.
So they had to, you know, they on the West Coast. You know, you know what I'm saying? They knew because the diaspora, the diaspora,
Yeah.
70 AD when we fled in, you know, to Africa to the wilderness.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
so you know once you know centuries pass, you know on down. I'm saying to the mid, you know, what 1400s, so to speak, somewhere around that area. You know, here come Esau. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get shit
Cheesy
right.
face nigga,
Yeah,
man.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was all that. It was all types of slavery, trade off. Ishmael had Jake.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
before Edom, yeah, we
Yeah.
was slave to Ishmael. They was cutting our rods off and shit.
Yeah.
Wild niggas,
Yeah,
man.
but then, like bro said, you know, you had Jake who was selling out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's evident. Maccabees.
Mm-hmm.
You had Jake who was selling out to Antiochus.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they, you know, so they could get the benefits, get the perks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fucking hunchback nigga off of 300.
Mm-hmm.
What he do? He go to Xerxes, and he got the
See,
drop on.
Fine
him.
ass women,
Yeah,
freaks.
it's all that, man. So Jake was just through, you know, in all regard with the heathen, with their own people. It's all fucked up. The nation was done. You know.
Come. It says the children also of Judah and children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you may remove them far from their border. And I gotta go more into history again, but I remember I think I learned that in school too. But they had the Hamites go hunt down Jake and shit. And of course, like you said, Jake did it too, but Ham would go hunt. I can see Ham now, man. Ham, I ain't gonna lie, Ham is a weird ass fucking nation, but they mighty as fuck. You know what I mean? They big ass hands and shit. They grab Jake
They got
up and
big-
shit.
You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah.
going to take the land with Joshua and Caleb.
Yeah.
The dude, they came back and gave that weak ass report. Said, "Where is grasshoppers?" It was big as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ancient Philistines and shit.
What, the Canaanites? Yeah.
The giants, man.
King Daud, yeah, Malak Dawada.
Yeah.
Fucking, you know, who knows, 10 to 20 feet tall. Man.
Yeah, them niggas, the Manute Bowl niggas, man. I
He
think
said
Manute Bowl
worse.
already Jake, but
Yeah.
the Manute Bowl type, Sudan type
That's
niggas.
today.
Yeah.
Just think about the ancient world.
Them niggas got long arms and shit.
14, 15 foot.
Damn, B.
You said, where's grasshoppers?
Man.
Caleb, man, I don't want to hear that shit, man.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I
Right.
go, fuck these uncircumcised kids.
Right.
You know, fuck these niggas up, man.
Jake, yeah, right.
Ugly, you know, ugly and shit.
Yeah,
They threw
right.
his shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Smack.
Smack.
Hideous, bro.
And I gotta
Yeah.
appreciate
And I got a little bit more too. So like, I ain't gonna lie. Their men are weakest. They mighty, but they very simpish, bro. Real talk. I'm telling you, they some fucking simps, bro. They worship their women. Anyways, this is verse 7. Behold, I will raise them up out of their place where they have sold them, and I will return your recompense upon your own head, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. So you all selling us, you goddamn, what's that, Revelation 11? It says they send gifts to each other, because it wasn't just Ham and Moab,
Ishmael.
Edom, it was Ishmael, it was Moab, Ammon, Japhet, that all them motherfuckers, man, they know who we are. And they kept it a secret. They were selling us. I'm about, cause Jake didn't just come to America in the slave shit. They went to Europe. They went all over the goddamn place, man.
Mhm.
You see?
Yeah.
To fucking South America, all that shit. But it says, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to the people far off, for Yahweh have spoken it. Right, the Most High has spoken it. So we gonna be selling y'all motherfuckers in the kingdom. You're gonna be auction blocks and shit. You know, you're gonna be saving. You're gonna be singing your Negro spirituals, but so-called Negro spirituals. But you know,
Yeah.
the point is, you ain't gonna be delivered though.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be selling. Man, we make a
We're
huge
gonna-
profit. You
You
gonna
got beautiful daughters too.
Yep. We're gonna be like, hey, you know, hey, 12, whatever the hell our money is gonna be in the kingdom. You know, gold. I don't know what it's gonna be called. Yeah, you know. We're gonna do the same shit till you recompense, you know? But that's pretty much it in that verse. You got it. You got the precept.
Real quick, this is
What?
Jeremiah 10:25.
45.
It says, pour out thy fury upon the heathen
15 minutes.
that know thee not, and upon the families that call not on thy name. For they have eaten up Jacob, and devoured him, and consumed him, and have made his habitation desolate. Right, so like you said, pour out thy fury upon the heathen, man. Alright, because they devoured us, man. They did Jake wrong, man. Auction blocks, alright? Unrighteous decrees, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
I'm dry.
You see? So you know, Jeremiah actually say, pour out that fury upon the heathen, man. All right, and that's what Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua is gonna do. Everything's gonna be turned, you know, to our favor. We're gonna have you on auction blocks this time around. You see, you're gonna be in our fields as it is written. All right. Isaiah, you know, 14th chapter, you know, in various scriptures.
But there won't be no foul play, man. No
Right.
foul play. You know, we ain't gonna be no bug breaking. You know, taking your family away from each other, separate you. You know, emasculating you as a man, because that's the biggest thing is emasculating the Israelite man. That's why we're in this place now. You know, you got niggas out here doing 20v1s and shit, man. Oh, punk bitch niggas, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That shit is annoying. I'm tired of seeing that fucking nigga Woody. Oh, what's that nigga name?
Yeah, Woody.
Yeah, Aaron the plumber. Aaron the plumber. I fuck with. Yeah, he like a Gad Reubenite, man. You know. But it's just like you corny niggas, man. And y'all having fun with this shit, nigga. While things are plummeting, man. Literally plummeting. Come on, B. Like the economy is crashed, and you got niggas laughing and doing pranksters, man. Videos, man. But granted, all right, you know, Jake gonna watch this bullshit. Come on.
So Psalms 37 at the top it says, "Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity."
There it is.
Right, because that pertains to our people too. You know, they're evildoers. You know, they work iniquity. It says, "For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb." Right, so ultimately, man, these niggas gonna get cut down. You know, 2/3. All right, chiefly Esau, Edom, and other nations. Those who constantly indulge in wickedness and iniquity, man, gonna get cut down, man. Plain and simple. And we can't wait. All right, we can't wait. We love seeing the scoffers, the scorners, the simple niggas. Hey, be my guest, man. That gives me a greater chance of making it. All right, so go ahead and do what the fuck you want to do. Go do your 20v1. All right, go make your, you know, your Andrew Jacksons. You know,
Drewski niggas.
what's the nigga on the 50?
Oh,
Thomas Edison.
Thomas.
Whoever the fuck the nigga is.
Yeah,
you
whatever
know?
the fuck that
Go
nigga.
ahead and
Thomas
do
Jefferson.
your thing, because ultimately, man, you people gonna get cut down. All right, and the righteous are gonna be set up. You see, plain and simple.
Oh yeah, you still got that Proverbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might as well finish that. You can start from the top and then, because that goes into that again. Yeah, everything's a circle, man. That's the spirit.
What's it, 17 or 23 or 17?
Yeah, I think so.
I got it. Proverbs 23:17. It says, "Let not thy heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of Yahweh all the day long."
Right, because hey, what the scripture says, do not distrust the fear of the Lord, because we broke, we don't got really much, and these people out here living their life and but hey, their end is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? Very soon it's gonna be horrible too. And all that shit that all the bitches they fuck, all the money they made, all the fans they got, all that shit ain't gonna mean shit.
The whips.
Yeah, they gonna wish that they was doing what we was doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Serving the Lord, man. Hey, serving the Lord is the greatest thing you can fucking do, man.
That's right, man. That's right, man.
Even if you do suffer, man, who gives a fuck, man? Life is suffering, man. But I rather either way you gonna suffer anyway. So I'd rather suffer for the Lord than you see. So at least we gonna get an honorable reward. These niggas they got the mindset of Esau. They sold their soul, alright, and they got that instant gratification.
Yep.
And they got that blessing now. They rich, they rich and they famous. Like I said, famous and all these different things. They so called in the kingdom of heaven, but the Lord's gonna crash that shit in an instant. And the Lord is gonna switch places, and we're gonna be lifted up in an instant. You see? But you got it.
Come on. It reads verse 18. What's like it? Where I'm at. Verse 18. For surely there is an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off.
He said, for surely there is an end. And we see the end, and what the scripture says, the end is manifest. We see all these prophecies coming to pass. There's no light. There's no hope for America. There's no hope for Moab. There's no hope for Russia or whoever the fuck wants to continue this rulership. You know what I'm saying? There's an end. And then once this place ends, we know we're not all gonna be, the earth ain't gonna fucking explode.
Yeah.
All that stupid shit.
Armageddon.
Or
Armageddon. I'm
Right.
talking about the movie with Bruce Willis.
Right.
That was a fire-ass movie. I love that movie, but it ain't gonna be that shit. It ain't, a meteorite gonna tear up America. No, man. That's missiles, but it's gonna tear America up. Cause cause they got like the end of the world. You know what's funny? That movie, honestly, through the spirit, the meteorite was gonna hit America.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis was the nigga that stopped the meteorite from hitting it. But it was gonna tear America up. But there's no denying it. It's like the Lord made that movie just to like laugh at you, nigga. You're not about to send Bruce Willis up and destroy a meteorite.
Right.
Move it. Get the fuck out, circumvent it. Nah, that's bullshit, man.
Right.
That's all Hollywood, man. That you niggas woke up to, man. You niggas took heed to. But I got a quick one. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 10. Therefore I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahushai with eternal glory. It is faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us. If we believe not, yet be abideth faithful, he cannot deny himself, man. And we are Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's so-called children, man. We're the Israelites, man. So if Yahushai denies us for doing the work, which he's not, because of course he created us, we just gonna have to get busy, man. We gotta continue to endure, man. We gotta endure, bro. That's a word that we love to throw around here in this camp, man. I know all brothers do, man. But we gotta endure for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's sake, man. Not for a fucking a Sitchwich or Esau, your boss, or punk ass, one of your outside friends that don't give a shit about you, man. You're one of your close relatives, man. It's about enduring for Yahweh Shai's sake, man. Cause Yahweh Shai he created us, man. All right.
Come on, and we can get some closing precepts. We come close to a close. A little willing, but
I got some.
Come on.
Sirach 11 GMT 21 says, don't be jealous of what sinners achieve. Just stick to your own work and trust Yahweh. It is very easy for Yahweh to make a poor person suddenly rich. Right? So, for us men of the Lord, we shouldn't be concerned about, the achievements of the sinners.
Gorilla Hebrew.
The achievements of the wicked. Because ultimately we are the poor, but we're rich in faith. And in due time, the Lord's going to, make us rich, in the physical as well, But we just got to be patient and wait, on that day. Wait for our reward, wait for our glory. With Yahweh Shai, ultimately, not on this side, Not trying to be Lil Woodies and, Charleston Whites and niggas who got this clout, this fame. Fuck all that stupid shit, man. That shit's lame. Like the brother said, these people gonna be the ones who wish that, they have followed, our step, serving Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai when it wasn't popular or cool, or the it thing at that time, in the kingdom. It says 22, devout people will receive Yahweh's blessing as their reward, and that blessing can be given in a moment, right? So that's the, we just patiently waiting on that moment. And when it happens, it's going to happen. What scripture said, we shall be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Once that switch hits, it's going to hit, completely. Ain't going to be no gradual thing, in the sense that, it's going to take us, 1,000 years to, you know what I'm saying? to, you know, go through this process. No, it's just gonna be like that. It's gonna be instantaneously, you know? Boom. You're changed. You got, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get our glory, etc. Everything's gonna, you know, it's gonna be like a light switch, man. You know, so we just gotta be patient. The hell with what, you know, niggas in the world are doing. Scripture say, love not the world. You know, neither the things that are in the world. Alright? So, you know, we gotta continue to endure, you know, endure the sufferings, you know, with Yahweh Shai, because Yahweh Shai had to deal with it too.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen the Pharisees and the Sadducees, you know, being uplifted, being in this comfortable state while they were completely off. You know, we're going through that process, seeing 2/3, seeing men who are just completely disgusting and defiled, you know, constantly, you know, prosper, you know. So, you know, we got to stand firm and stand strong, man, and understand that, you know, what we're fighting for in this lower state through these trials, tribulations, etc., you know, we're going to receive the greater glory in the end, you know.
You got more of that?
Oh, that's it.
I got a precept, Sirach 11 is 18. I'm sorry, 17. The gift of the Lord remaineth with the godly, and his favor bringeth prosperity forever. There is that, because.
Yeah, I should have just read up Salaki.
Yeah, because he was already in Sirach. That's the
Yeah.
spirit.
Oh, you just read
He
it?
was already in
No,
Sirach
I
11.
read it down.
Oh,
I read
yeah,
7,
yeah.
20-something.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, that's the spirit.
That's the
That's the
spirit.
spirit.
Come. It says,
I ain't gonna
whereas
say nothing.
he said, I have found rest, and now will I eat continually of my goods, and yet he knoweth not. Right? What's that scripture? That parable Yahweh Shai said. He said that foolish man. He was rich, and he said, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build more, and you know he pretty much was pretty much complacent. Pretty much, he said this is what happens to people that's rich towards riches and not towards God. You know, he said, "Thou food tonight, that soul requireth thee." You know, the Lord gonna take your soul. You gotta be rich towards the Most High, not towards this world. You know,
Because that's permanent. That's permanent. Having the spirit of Yahweh Shai is permanent. Having the spirit of the riches of this world, man, that shit is temporary as fuck, man. The Cam Newton, the real talk, Cam Newton, his ass talking about how much he got a lot of kids, and he's kind of on some podcast shit, and he's talking about how much money he's losing, man. Talking about he trying to nigga, and the nigga proud too, man. Oh, Dread. Oh, that's another nigga that tried to claim he's an Israelite, and he got cut off. That's why the nigga not in the league. Because he claimed he was an Israelite. He got big ass fucking doodoo dreads in his fucking head. Deshaun Jackson, another nigga, Nick Cannon, all them dumbass niggas that. What's that nigga name? That roll bounce nigga, man. Just a Jackson nigga, you know. Brandy T. Jackson, man. All them little niggas that y'all be thinking y'all Israelites, which y'all are, trying to claim y'all doing something, man. The Lord shut that stuff down. And guess what? You went back into the world, man.
They didn't endure the chastisement.
They didn't endure it.
When persecution arises by and by, they are offended.
Yep.
They couldn't deal with it, you know? Like the Elder Yashawamba said, man, it's gonna come up on a time where the Lord gonna see who really about him and who not.
Will.
That goes for us too, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
We come into a time where the Hebrew Israelites are the main topic. The Elder Manaz Takban South Sea, all right, constantly going in the videos of you know, which that's a mighty spirit. I couldn't do it.
Nah.
I mean,
hell no.
You know, that's sometimes you gotta detox. You know, but Hebrew Israelites are the talk of the town right now. So we're seeing, you know, this thing. Hey, it's about to come to a point where I've been having the dreams about, hey, our backs being against the wall. You know? So it's gonna come upon a time where, hey, we're gonna see who's who and who ain't.
That's right.
We're really down for Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, who really ready to die for this thing if needs be. We're gonna stand firm, we're gonna stand stiff, as it is written in 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, man. You know? Alright, yeah, okay, cool. You got all the precepts. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You the BLB. Alright, cool. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes, you know, concerning faith, alright, and you having to denounce Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai or not, we gonna see. And a lot of these celebrities who claim to be Israelites did just that. Once they seen the money start drying up, alright, and once Amalek start, you know, coming back into the picture, what they do, they fled. All right, they went back into the world. You know what I'm saying? They denounced Yahweh Shai.
Like some bitches.
Yeah, like some hoes.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So we gonna see, man, in due time, man, who. You
Who
know?
was who and what was what?
Because Jake been talking a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? We gonna see who can back it up. And that goes for us, first and foremost, man.
He says, and yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon him, and that he must leave those things to others and die. And but be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, wax old in thy work. So, yeah, hey, with this truth, man, you know, this ain't no thing where you just do it for a couple months and then you done, and you good. The Lord gonna look out for you. No,
You got a retirement package and
right?
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta do this to you. Hey, the apostles. There was a time where the buildings was all, you know, black, whatever. You know, now it's all white. You know, they wax old in this truth.
Mm.
You see, but it says, marvel not at the works of sinners. This is one you read, right? Come. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor. For it is the easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich.
Yeah, the Lord can really just give you, Lord can give you everything you desire, your heart's desire. But how can you handle it, man? Like, you can clearly see the Lord is giving, you know, some of these Jakes some shit, man. All right, and he couldn't handle it. He couldn't. He threw it up, man. You know, Jake know what I'm talking about, man. All these dudes, man, they be bullshitting out, man. You know, they gave the Lord, all right, man, all right, I'll give you this pussy. This shorty with the sit switch, I'm gonna give you a little money. I'm gonna throw you some dough, a little Hellcat, a little charger here and there. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you be a nigga for a minute, but can you handle it? Cause some brothers do have money, but it's how you handle it and how you choreograph it, so to speak, man. How you deal with it, B. Cause it's like I said, man.
You just gotta know how to both a base and a bound.
Yeah, it's a good balance, man.
You know, you gotta get the gist of both, and not get swayed by either situation. Whether you in a place of abundance, or you a place where you are based. You know, you got Jacob really based. Can they deal with it? What did Solomon say? Give me poverty nor riches, man. You know.
It says, the blessing of the Lord is in the reward of the godly, and suddenly he maketh his blessing flourish. What's that? Samuel? It said the Lord can put a man that's among dunghill amongst princes. You know, one never thought of shall wear the crown. You know, especially us, man. We niggas, spiggers. They, you know, that's the spirit. I just read Wisdom of Solomon 5 earlier today, where it says, how are these number amongst the children of God? How are these number amongst the saints? You know, these different nations, especially different nations, they look at when the saints come rolling in, or when the saints come, you know that song,
Yeah.
I want to be part of it. They ain't gonna imagine so-called black men and Latino men with dark, you know, brown and black skin, so-called black skin with froze and, you know, so on and so forth. They imagine a so-called white man, you know, but yeah, we are a part of that. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is doing something different to this earth, man. The Lord is making a lot of things are strange, you know, to these people's eyes. And these things that they never even thought could happen.
So-called miracles.
Yeah, you so-called UFOs talking about on the news now, man. This ain't science fiction no more. It's on the fucking news. The president.
CNN, man.
You see, the fucking goddamn president. He's talking about this shit, man.
Hey, the Prophets of Doom a few years ago when we was happy about when the smack popped off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when everything was shut down. hey, what my man say? Hey, the Prophets of Doom, and we are glad to be the Prophets of Doom, bro. You know, we happy to see this place go down, bro. I don't give a flying fuck, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fucking Russia revealing the so-called black images of the Israelites. You know, man. Hey, the Lord is doing it, man. The Lord is doing a lot. You know, but and it's very, very shocking to the world. Even really sometimes to us too. You know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, this shit really happened. But anyways, let me see. And again, say not. Well, I skipped the verse. So like, say not what profit is there of my surface, and what good things shall I have hereafter. Again, say not I have enough, and possesses many things, and what evil shall I have hereafter. In the day of prosperity, there is a forgiveness of affliction. And in the day of affliction, there is a lot of. That's why you don't want to be fucking rich, man. It's very, there's gonna be few rich people that's gonna be saved because the scripture says not many rich. So that means there is gonna be at least few. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have a certain type of spirit to be rich and still be in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? But a majority of them, they ain't gonna be able to give that up. I keep thinking of, I'm thinking of Ice
Floyd
Speed a
Mayweather.
lot. Yeah, that nigga. That
Floyd Mayweather.
bald head nigga, man.
Yeah.
You know? But I keep thinking of Ice Speed for some reason, but
I show speed.
yeah, that nigga. I don't know why. I think 'cause like they keep showing clips of that fucking retarded ass nigga. Fucking
Little
China.
Yeah, North
barking and
tribe. Yeah, he, I think he's a Reubenite.
Bro, that nigga bugging. Why does he keep barking for it, man?
Cause he's a bugged out nigga.
It's stupid, man. But
And he's barking for Esau.
right, you know. But look at niggas like that, man. He's in his prosperity. He ain't thinking about affliction. But the Lord's gonna, the comedy gonna class, and everybody gonna be in the same playing field.
Revelation 13.
Yep, I was about to say that. Yep, everybody gonna have to take that Michael C hit. You know, of course, Lord willing, we don't take it. But just a little bit more. For it's an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. Right? So we can't look at these things as Lord. We recorded that earlier. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of that follow. You know, Jacob's going to take the kingdom. You can't look at that as something that is impossible, because the scripture says nothing too hard for the Lord, man. Everything's easy, man. You know, it's easy for the Lord to just be like,
Sirach 10.
yeah.
If I can get it real quick.
See,
Yeah, genie in the bottle.
gone.
Yeah, make you 3 wishes.
Yeah,
And that's all through the scriptures, man.
gone.
Hey, man, you choose wisely, man.
Yep.
Be careful what you wish for. You want a badass sitch. Hey, it comes with the issues, B. You know, how much money you want to make or a fat ass job, it comes with the issues, man. Money, what is it? Damn, it's a movie. It's a movie, I forget, it's a comedy skit. It's something about money with not Ice Cube. What's
Money
that?
Talks?
Money, it's something like that. With the light skinned
Tucker?
nigga.
Mike Epps?
Yeah, Mike Epps. It's a movie he made. It's something. It's
All about Benjamins?
All about the Ben. It's
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But nigga he went through hell
Gone.
to get that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got 2 movies mixed up. It's
Yeah,
like,
he
you
got
know.
shot, went to jail and shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Gone.
You know what I mean?
Sirach 10:8 says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. Right, just bring it out. Like the Elder Bill said, it's not impossible, for us to be in this lower state, you know what I'm saying, to one day be kings and, be in this higher state, because ultimately we see it happening. We're seeing, unrighteous dealings happening. All right, concerning Esau, even how he is running this infrastructure, etc. So it's only evident that, the way he's governing and running this place, that ultimately Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is going to translate this kingdom to another people. All right, plain and simple. And he's going to give it to the righteous, because who really cares about the world like we do? Shit, we care about koalas and, man, I'll be at work and having to, cut back on the banks of the side and all that. I see worms, man. I save the worms just because I care about the earth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to kill no fuck. I ain't just stepping on a random ass ant. I see spiders. I don't even really fuck with spiders, but I ain't about to kill the motherfucker. Sorry for my language, but
The beautiful thing about worms, because we're like worms, we're defenseless creatures.
Right.
But guess what? Worms get cut and they regenerate themselves.
Yeah.
So.
But just little things like that's how the elect thinks. Our brothers are way of that number. We care about all and habitation, man. All living creatures that inhabit this earth. Why wouldn't the Lord want to give us the kingdom? We care. Esau doesn't. He doesn't care about his damn self, man. This dude's he's a
Suicidal man.
Yeah. This man doesn't even care about himself. He putting toxins and shit in the air, knowing that the shit toxic. And that shit over your crib too and over your children. Dumbass. Esau's fucking stupid. You fucking Edomites are fucking smart dummies, man. Like get serious, man. You fucking, you just, it just blows your fucking mind the thought process of an Edomite. You all smart, you got your tech suit on, you got your blazer on, with the loafers and shit. You know, the wool trousers with the side tabs on them. But you fucking stupid. You destroying the fucking very earth that you gotta live in. It's like you setting your own house on fire. You dumbass Edomites. Unrighteous decrees. Look at how you got your people. Look at Banjo Bill. That nigga's done. Eating hay and shit. Got a straw hay, piece of hay in his mouth. Fucking through. Your people can barely afford to live, taking out all types of loans and shit.
Budweiser Bill.
Yeah.
Budweiser Bill, man.
Yeah.
We got nicknames for you crackers, man. Budweiser Bill, Banjo. What you said? Banjo?
Yeah.
Right.
Banjo head. You said something that was funny,
Colt
man.
45 Chris.
Joe.
Niggas are through, man.
Ugly.
You know?
Incest.
Yeah. It's a whole bunch of weird nastiness, man. And then, you know, you got all this left-hand energy going on with the AI tech, man. I gotta show Jake this video. AI is starting to make its own communication amongst itself.
Yep.
That shit sounded so bugged out and demonic. I'm talking about some weird, bro, that shit was bugged out. Here, you guys aren't fit to be king, man. Never will be. The only thing is the Heavenly Father used you for a whooping stick into the nation of Israel. All right, and he promised you a blessing. All right, through Jacob, or Salaki, through Isaac. All right, and you're fulfilling it. But ultimately, it prophesied what? All right, that we will hold upon your heel. You see, and the elder will serve the younger, man, because you're not fit to be king, man. You're trying to make this artificial blessing because you know you fucked up. All right, you're impulsive. You're a child. You see. And now we're literally watching the translation of kingdoms, man. All right, and the kingdom that's about to come is going to be eternal, beginning with Yahweh Shai, his kingdom. Because it's going to be what? Ruled in righteousness. And ultimately, his people will have the laws, statutes, and commandments written in their inward part, a greater covenant as it is written. All right? And we won't go off anymore, so there won't be no need for us to go back into captivity. Won't be no need for us to, be punished anymore. It will just be continual blessings for eternity. All right? And the nations under us, after that 1,000 years, are going to be glad and satisfied. Moab will have, he going to get 3 or 4 linglings. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we want through the Spirit, man. And like the other brother said, it's not impossible. It's going to happen, bro. These small men that you see in this room, who ain't got no status, who ain't got no clout in this earth, Albarat is like one day going to be kings on this earth, man. You know?
It's by default.
Like you said, Wisdom of Solomon 7. How are ye numbered amongst the saints? You know? Just like King David, he was one that was, looked down upon, you know?
Yeah, because he was a so-called pretty boy, little slim type.
He tend to the sheep.
Mm-hmm.
He was an outcast, in a sense, but he ended up being king. And we're going through that same process as well. Through the Spirit.
Khan said, Jake, got anything else? Khan said, hey, that's pretty much the point, man. So hopefully Jake was edified. We give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakodash.
Divine to the apostles of Jim Ruel. Shalom to the faithful men continue doing the work of the Lord. So let me say shalom.
Shalom. I'm going to broke my damn thing.